Welcome live here to Racing Hotspot Weekend Roundup. It is November 17th. You know what day that means. That is, it's the end of championship weekend in NASCAR. This show will be extended. Dave is going to be here alongside. I'm your host, Devin Poslusny, of course. But this show will be an extended probably 45 minutes to an hour instead of 30 minutes because Dave wanted to talk about the weekend and so on. So let's get right into things. Show lineup. Motorsports in 60, I'll cover the trucks in the Nationwide Series. And then Formula 1 in the U.S., we'll talk about them. The RH Blog Report, NASCAR, then we'll take a quick break. No virtual lap this week because NASCAR is over. We were trying to find a lap of the Brazil Grand Prix, could not find that. So now we go to the Points Championship. By then, Dave will be on with us. And then the final lap. Let's get right into things here. Motorsports in 60. We're covering 4 things today. We have our... okay. Why is this not working? I'm going to have to do it the hard way then. I got this. Right to the source. Okay. So, here's your top 5 of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season finale. Finishing 5th, Ron Hornaday. 4th, Brendan Gaughan. Jeb Burton finished 3rd. Ryan Blaney finished 2nd. And Kyle Busch won the race. Let's hope this link, no, it doesn't, of course. Wait, nope, it does. Good. Here's your standings. After the Ford EcoBoost 200 at Homestead. Finishing 5th in the standings, Jeb Burton. 4th, Johnny Sauter. 3rd, James Buescher. Ty Dillon finished 2nd, 40 points out. And then Matt Crafton is your 2013 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. That's a mouthful. Now to the Nationwide Series. We're not going to get this all done in a minute. Trevor Bayne finished 5th. Matt Kenseth 4th. Kyle Busch 3rd. Kyle Larson 2nd. And Brad Keselowski won the race. Now to our standings. Ford EcoBoost. Yep, knew it. Well, can't do 4 items in a minute. Ford EcoBoost 300 standings. Here's your top 5. Finishing 5th. Justin Allgaier, 90 points out. Elliott Sadler tied with Allgaier, 4th, 90 points. Regan Smith, 72 in 3rd. And Sam Hornish Jr. in 2nd, 3 points out. And Austin Dillon is your 2013 NASCAR Nationwide Series champion. Sorry, he's my driver. I'm showing some favoritism. Sorry, guys. So that's your truck and Nationwide Series season roundup. Now to the Formula 1, we'll jump from series. Circuit of the Americas. I don't know if you want to come in on this a little bit. Okay. Here's your top 5. Finishing 5th, Fernando Alonso. 4th, Lewis Hamilton. 3rd, Mark Webber. 2nd, Roman Grosjean. And winning for now, I believe, the 8th week in a row. Or 9th? 8th, I think. Sebastian Vettel has now won 8 weeks in a row, or 8 races in a row. So he's on a hot streak. Now to the RH Blog Report. And this should work, we can all hope. No, it's not going to, so we're going to have to do the manual way. You're going to see a behind the scenes look of Racing Hotspot here. Okay, there we go. Ford EcoBoost 400 race 10. Well, a constant battle between Johnson, Kenseth, and even Harvick. But Johnson came out on top. Jimmy Johnson's your 2013 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion. We are now in the NASCAR off-season. The next event in the NASCAR world is Preseason Thunder in January. See you then. We'll cover that at Racing Hotspot for you guys. Now, one last thing before we go to break, and then Dave joins us. NASCAR. Here's your top 5. For the Ford EcoBoost 400, Clint Bowyer finished 5th. Martin Truex Jr. finished 4th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 3rd. Matt Kenseth finished 2nd. And Denny Hamlin won the race. This is now his 8th season. For Denny Hamlin's 8th season of having at least 1 win in the season. So he got that in on the last minute. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Here's 2 drivers from JGR, Joe Gibbs, Michael Waltrip, and Junior's the odd one out. It's kind of funny. Now to the points standings. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we'll start from 13th. Finishing 13th in the standings this year is Carl Edwards, 137 points out. Casey Kane sits in 12th, 136 points out. Ryan Newman finished 11th this season, 133 points out. Kurt Busch, 10th, 110 points out. Greg Biffle, 9th, 98 points out. Joey Logano, 8th, 96 points out. Clint Boyer, 7th, 83 points out. Whoops. Jeff Gordon, 6th, 82 points out. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 5th, 56 points out. Here's your top 4. Kyle Busch, 55 points out. Kevin Harvick, 34 points out. Matt Kenseth, 19 points out. And then Jimmy Johnson's your champion. Now, Harvick and Kenseth were tied at one point during the race. And I, to be honest, was really rooting for Harvick. And you'll see why after the break in the points championship. So, yes, that is going to do it for us right now. We're going to go to a quick break. Then we're going to have Dave next to me. We're going to go to the points championship final lap. And that will be, I believe, Dave's last review show of the year. And then we'll have next week for the Formula 1. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But on the other side of the break, we'll be right back. Welcome back live here to Racing Hotspot Weekend Roundup. Now we are joined by Dave.
Hello, buddy.
Finally back in studio. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
How are you doing?
All right. As you already know, I kind of tweaked my back a little bit, so if I wince during the show, sorry, it's just because of a little bit of pain. Beyond that, I'm doing pretty well.
Alrighty then. So we just finished the review. We had the Formula 1, the blog report, NASCAR, all that fun stuff.
Okay, now Formula 1 has one more race?
One more,
okay.
Yes. That is why we're going into December, because the Formula 1.
Gotcha.
The Formula 1 ended this weekend. Next weekend would be our season finale, but it's not that way, because, yeah, you know what I mean. What did you think of the weekend?
It was great racing. Some interesting champions came out of it, but well, obviously the one that was obviously expected, which is I was telling you pre-show, I wish people would just get over it, because they are good. There's no, it's not like it's handed to them. And a lot of people with the cheating and all that, I'll get over it. It's just terrible. Mm-hmm. The guys, the team's amazing. There is no ifs, ands, or buts involved. Even I had to clap when they announced him the champion. And I love the yellow smoke. I don't know if you see that part?
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Because it was like an accident, but it was perfect because he was the Sprint Cup champion, and that's their color is the yellow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
It was pretty cool. And then the trucks, of course. I was watching that race. My mom was watching it too. And we go into a green white checker, and she's like, okay, explain this to me. I'm like, okay. So, and I said, by the way, they're going to make it to 3, and they're still going to wreck on the 3rd one. Yeah. She's like, how do you, I'm like, you'll see.
Because they were all trying for that last and final position.
Well, yeah, and she's like, okay, should I be concerned? I'm like, yeah, kind of. Yeah. So I'm explaining, and I'm like, all of a sudden, caution out, they're going to a 2nd one. I'm like, see. So
yeah, I saw you posting, actually. You were on Facebook.
Yeah, I was doing live, yeah. So I'm explaining it to her, and all of a sudden, caution out, they're going to 3. I'm like, told you. And I'm just talking, and all of a sudden, and they're wrecking, the race is over. I'm like, what did I tell you? And she's like...
Well, they didn't wreck till the actual last lap, right?
Well,
they were wrecking behind them at the start-finish line. Exactly.
They didn't wreck until turn 4, but it was
was an exciting race.
It was funny, because my mom's like, what? I'm like...
And
that's way
Kyle Busch took the Manufacturers' Championship, right?
Yep.
And just missed it just by a little bit in the Nationwide.
Yep.
Who actually took the...
Penske.
Penske.
Nationwide.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because of that one driver that kind of snuck through in the end there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The one driver.
Now, what do you think of Austin Dillon?
Fan favorite? Yeah, he's my driver. Woo woo. Back to the show.
I'm a little nervous for him though, because next year, from what I understand, they plan on bringing him in the Cup, and they're going to be putting him in the 3.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that too. To be
I don't know if
honest,
it's been long enough, how people are going to react. I think it's a young enough generation though, like especially when you come to like his age range and whatnot, that he's pretty much going to do all right with it. Like
Well-
you are too young to even really remember or not.
no, but I know a lot about him.
Yeah,
'cause
well,
I've
it's a
done-
legend.
Yeah, exactly. I've done my
Richard
research.
Petty, never saw him race. I
Yeah.
did, but bottom line is, it's legend.
Well,
Kind of the same direction that Jimmy Johnson is currently heading in. I wonder if he'll actually take the 8.
what do you mean? Go past him?
Well, that's all they could talk about after the race was their goal is 8. So they want to beat both Earnhardt and Richard Petty, who are tied for the most
If
championships.
that happens, I could see Richard Petty getting back in the car and going, you know what, I'm going to tie him.
I don't know if I can see that. I'm not even sure if he can get in the car anymore. Sorry, Richard.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a new Daytona, as you see with the Daytona Rising.
Yeah.
And the track has been repaved, the safety has been advanced. It's a new Daytona. If it was the old Daytona with the same concrete walls and the same way Earnhardt raced, I could see how it's a lot of issues and stuff like that. But it's being that it's a new Daytona and people look at the track differently now.
Pardon me?
They should look at it as a different point of view. And that's how I believe. Also, if they just said, you know what, I'm Richard Childress, I'm pulling you, throwing you in the 3, and he's not good at all, I could see where that's an issue too. But Austin's proved him,
Oh, yeah.
proved everybody. Wasn't it his...
The kid can drive,
The
there's no
trucks.
doubt about it. It's just that's a big, I don't want to say big set of shoes to fill, but it's a big number to fill
Yeah, well...
for a lot of the old school fans.
yeah.
But you have a lot of younger fans that are going to fully accept it right off the bat.
Well,
That's
exactly.
just my opinion.
I'm going to accept it.
Well, and he's a young driver, so he fits more into the latter generation than he does the
Yeah.
older guys like myself and Dad.
But, look at it this way. Rookie year in trucks, finished high in the points. Second year, he won the championship. Rookie year nationwide, high in the points. Second year, champion.
Yeah.
And now, am I going to say next year he's going to finish high in points and be the champion in 2015? No. Because you have
No, I don't see it either.
5-time
Yeah,
and
I think
Kenseth
there's
and thousands of
definitely
other drivers
Could be
that
a little
have been.
time. Well, that was a big question that we had on the pre-race show. Was will Kevin Harvick win a Cup with Stewart Haas?
Probably.
Well, it's kind of wide open. For number one, you don't know how long he's going to be with Stewart Haas. Is he going to do it on the first year? Not likely.
You never know.
But maybe the
Kenseth
second.
almost did it this year.
Well,
First year with the new
Kenseth is a previous champion,
No, I know that, but
so it's not like he hasn't done it before.
I was-
Harvick has not won a championship.
I was hoping for Harvick to win because that would be awesome with all that power going into SHR next year. My driver, Tony
Only because
Stewart.
you're a fan of the team. I can't say that because I'm a fan of like every team. But
Yeah, well, I'm becoming that way too, just so you know.
as we all know, my driver was driving for your driver for the whole end of the season, which was strange, and he's hung up his hat. Speaking of hanging up the hat, I heard there were 4 total. Who were the total 4?
Martin Schrader,
Right.
who is done, by the way, if you guys didn't know that, he's done dirt, he's done...
Actually, no. I heard
not?
when I was leaving the house yesterday, and I meant to tell you this. It was an after race, or actually I think he was out of the race, and somebody got an interview with him on MRN, and he very specifically said, only Cup. He's hanging up his hat only in Cup. Because I can't stop driving. He goes, you might as well kill me. And he said it right live on air on MRN. So yeah, no, he's not. He'll still be playing in his little toys and all that fun stuff, but he's definitely done with Cup. He will not return. Now Jeff Burton, right?
Burton, we don't know if he... Do we know he's fully retiring?
I heard yesterday.
I know he's leaving Cup. I know RCR has him out this year. And now
where's he,
people
from
talk...
there, where's he going to go? He doesn't really play in the lesser
people were
series.
saying he was going to go to the trucks because they have a laid-back season. They don't really race that much. Heck,
Tell that to them.
well,
It might seem like a laid-back season, but
heck, they race in February and then they don't race until April. They have the entire month of March off. That's laid back.
a little bit.
Being that the drivers in the Cup Series only miss...
I think that's a
3-4
sponsorship
weeks.
issue, personally. I think they just can't fill it because they need more funds to be going to more tracks.
I think they need to plow our track and bring the trucks in March.
All I know is the good news is they are coming back to us. We are getting our trucks back.
By the way,
Here, Loudon.
By the way, looks like really good. Looks really, really good. 2015 July night race.
Cool.
It is in the works.
That'd be cool.
Actually, I could probably
literally cool because it's gonna be cooler.
Well, I can.
July is brutal in New
find
Hampshire Motor Speedway.
the interview with Mike Helton, and he said even on the interview, about how in 2015 there is change coming.
Well, that's it. Of course, there's change coming.
Point is, there's a lot of tracks.
Brian France actually put out a thing that he's looking for
a letter to the
fans' opinions
Ooh.
on changes and whatnot. That just reminds me too. Did anybody do any? Because I didn't hear it this year. Did anybody do any figures if the chase didn't exist? Who would have taken the championship?
I did not.
I didn't hear any. Well, they usually do that every year, just for the giggles of it. And I think in this case it would have been Johnson because when they went in, Kenseth only took over the lead in points because he had more wins. But after Richmond, I do believe Johnson was still on top. And then the consistency throughout the chase, I think he would have held it. Just interesting nobody talked about it this year. Do you know what I mean? They talk about it like every year, but I didn't hear anybody say it. And I watched a lot of pre-race stuff.
Did you bring up one thing here? The tire blowout right there.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's nuts, to be honest.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. But, and you know what's really weird about that? That was after me and you were talking about the tire on the tractor. When I said you don't want to overinflate.
Yeah. I thought...
Well, now you get an idea of what actually happens.
Well, when it happened, I can't find it, which is kind of sad. But what happened was that happened, and I looked at it, and I'm like, holy cow, Dave was right. For those
in that case, it wasn't overinflation. It was a matter of... yeah, I guess it was, because what happened is the tire heated up so much, the air expanded, and then eventually it's going to let go. But yeah, it was scary. The replay was kind of scary. I'm surprised nobody got hurt.
This is just an ad, I think. I believe it is. Cause
what are you doing here?
The tire blowout. For those of people who did not see it. This is an ad.
Pretty sure they've replayed it like 1,000,000 times.
I'm pretty sure too, but gotta bring it to the fans. Remember, we're all about the fans. Here we go.
Did they even say what it was?
Yeah, it's burning pretty good, guys. Be ready here. I think that rubber's on fire underneath.
No.
Oh, yes, they did, actually. A little while later in the race, they said that they had a previous incident that rubber got on the axle, and they couldn't get it off fast enough during the pit, and that's what caught on fire.
Now, this was the scary part right here.
Yeah.
And now NASCAR throws the caution.
The official barely even moved. Did you see that?
We'll play this twice because I just remembered something funny my dad said, and I'll...
Caution has come out. The explosion you heard was a tire blowing out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that call was done at that point.
Push this thing, get tires on it, put it behind the wall, okay? Put tires on it, get it behind the wall. We're done. Just put tires on it, when we're done, we'll go behind the wall. We're done.
Did you notice the one red suit pulling the rest of them out? He was literally pulling them, like blocking one and then pulling the other guy out. Like, just get away from it.
Richard, that's what the flop was. What? Tire? I blew the whole wheel off the car. Everybody's fine, everybody's fine. Thank you.
That was good to hear because that could get bad.
Scary moment. We're holding
We're
on.
going to play this back here,
Caution hat.
if we can find it.
They had different angles.
Tire just blew out.
Yeah, that guy felt it too. You could see just the way he just bent over and whatnot. If he
Now-
wasn't wearing that helmet and a face mask, he'd probably be lost some hair.
Now, something to lighten up the mood here. My dad, when this was happening live, this video right here. How the heck do you get this thing to work? What?
Yeah.
How do you do this? Oh, it was. I know that's mean because it is making fun of the guy, but just the way he was like.
Well, he wasn't a fireman either. He was a crew member, and he was just trying to save the car.
No, I know that, but it was just.
Probably had somebody yelling at him on the radio. Put that out! Put that out! I don't know.
They never taught me this in school. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. Is that all you wanted to say to the NASCAR?
Yeah, pretty much. Good weekend of racing. It was a nice wrap up.
Other than the F1 race, I don't know if you saw any of that.
I did not.
Okay, well we
I was
did.
about to start watching it, but then I had to come over and help you guys out.
He's so bitter. Jeez, you didn't even do much either, except for the tires.
Still managed to hurt my back even more.
But everything else, you didn't. The mower deck you didn't even touch. I did all that. Whatever.
As it should be. Right, audience? The younger generation's got to learn this stuff. Unfortunately, I'm the only one that can teach them.
Exactly. Because he'll pull out the instruction manual
Yeah, but it
every
doesn't do any
single.
good because he can't go underneath and point to stuff.
No, I know, but every single time he pulls it out, he's like, "Now to take the mower deck." Oh, you already got it off.
That was pretty funny.
Alrighty
And the
then.
reverse when we already had the blower on.
Yeah. Now,
Well, because we were waiting.
The blower
we
should
were
just
waiting
clip-
for his response, and it was just like, does this go first? Does this go first? I just put it on.
the
The first thing you gotta do is put the blower on. Yep, done.
really?
No, we got lucky on that one.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the points championship. We gotta throw some comedy in here, of course. Now here's our picks for picks for Homestead. I had Jeff Gordon for 5th, Clint Boyer for 4th, Matt Kenseth for 3rd, Carl Edwards for 2nd, and Jimmy Johnson for the win. They're looking at the other camera right now. So Dave had Greg Biffle for 5th, Jeff Gordon for 4th, Kevin Harvick for 3rd, Jimmy Johnson for 2nd, and Matt Kenseth for the win. And our champions, of course, was Dave had Matt Kenseth, got lucky. Devin had Clint Boyer, and Artie had Carl Edwards. Here's the way it played out. Dave got 2nd and 1st. I got all the rest. 5th, 4th, and 3rd. So the way this played out, usually Dave would have had 12, and I would have had, Dave would have had 18, I would have had 12. But since the bonus points for the championship champions picks, Dave ends up with 21, since his pick was not the champion.
How'd you get 2? Didn't you have Clint Boyer?
Yeah, but I was still second highest out of all 3 of us.
Okay, I guess I can go for that.
So, well, being that you won, you better be able to go for that.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that the bonus points for the champion would have been higher if it was you.
No.
Whatever it would take to tie me or beat me. All of a sudden it goes from 3 to 35.
Here is how it ended out. Dave Poslusny now finishes out the season with 549 points, and I end out 518.
I win. 2 years in a row.
Well,
I'm going
it's
to catch
funny.
Jimmy Johnson.
It's funny. You started off the chase strong. I dominated the chase, and you win the last week and win. If I had just probably dominated this week, I would have.
Yeah, but I picked first. I kind of didn't give you a chance.
Does that mean we have to call him two-time now?
I can live with that.
2-timer. But, so, yes, and the bass boat will be at your house by Thursday. Not. Okay, so just a quick little thing on the points championship next year. Artie will be coming in full-time every week making points in that championship run. You and I have to take him down. We have to take him down.
I think you did pretty good this year. So
Better than last year. Being that we only had half a season, and I was basically saying, out of the hat, 5th place, got him. Yep.
You were not.
Kenny
You
Schrader.
were looking at the previous year, same race, going with like the top 5 finishers from the previous year.
No.
Which isn't always going to
I
work.
put Danica
But it
Patrick
did
for
work.
the win on the Daytona 500 this year.
So,
That was not a good. Well, it was kind of, but not really.
actually, how many Daytona 500s in a row now have been won by somebody random that was unexpected?
That's a good point.
I mean, Kansas, the 2 races in a row, that was
Well,
not...
the last 2 races have been repeat winners. Other than that, it's all been first times. But next year, the Joe Donaldson from Vermont, I don't know, he's not able to do it next year. He's busy being an adult.
Too busy to pick 5 cars.
Well, we got a replacement. Another
I think
Joe.
maybe we should put a sponsorship thing out there, and if people want to get involved and actually make some kind of a prize in the end.
Yeah. Unlike you, who's getting this cheap piece of paper with writing on it. Yeah, my prize!
He said it, not me.
That I can rip! I started working on that last night, by the way. I was gonna put to loser. Dave, no, but I decided better of it. I decided better of it because I'm a good
You
guy.
can't very well call me a loser when you give me an award for winning.
Well, other than this, I'm saying,
Unless you want to give a booby prize to yourself and call it losing.
good point. Possibility.
Was
Got
it second? Is the second place is the first loser?
Okay.
If you're not first, you're last. Talladega Nights.
Yeah. My
That doesn't
mom,
even make any sense.
my mom wanted to join in. You and her were having a good time last night on Facebook with this. It was, I want to join in. Well, who would you pick? Which Blaney? Ryan, of course. Wait, are we opening this up to the trucks? The reason why I said this morning I'd bring her on because I need some. It would make me feel good because I'd actually win, maybe.
Maybe we should do all 3 series.
That's kind of hard to calculate.
It's not hard to calculate at all.
It's hard enough to calculate
Just
this.
needs more download time and whatnot. Oh, with your cheat system, it probably does make it difficult to calculate.
You know, I'm really thinking about writing up that 2-week notice.
Yeah, replace me with your dad. Good luck.
No, my mom.
Talk about Mr. Opinionated. And he'll keep slipping over the football.
Slipping over.
Dad, we're not talking about the Cowboys here.
I'll take the football and throw it. No! Cowboys, bad! Okay. Final lap is easy this week. Formula 1 races Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBC Sports Network. Of course, all NASCAR series are off until February 2014. Actually, no, that's not right. Sprint Cup Series races in January 2014 for the preseason Thunder.
Really? So they
It's
pulled it
not-
up?
It's not races, but preseason Thunder is in January. And now Nationwide, I believe, is joining in that.
What do you mean it's not racist? What is it?
It's kind of
Oh.
Speed weeks are, of course, the week
So
leading up.
second week of February. It's usually after the Super Bowl.
Yep. So yeah.
Man, they do have a long season. It's the longest season in sports, right?
Yep. Professional sports.
But they're not athletes. That poor McNabb guy. And I have to say, ESPN, Fox, pre-race shows and all that stuff, you guys didn't get to see them? Oh my God, were they pounding on that poor guy. But I personally think he just did it just to get attention. You know, he knew he was going to get a bad response out of it, so he went and opened his mouth just to get some attention in his direction. But they did a whole 20-minute thing on Jimmy Johnson alone, because that's the main person he mentioned was Jimmy Johnson. He didn't say race drivers weren't athletes. What he said was Jimmy Johnson's not an athlete.
Oh boy.
Now Jimmy Johnson runs marathons. He's done the Ironman. He trains literally 5 days a week. It's like calling, saying Mark Martin's not strong. Come on. This is a guy that carries a gym in his motorhome to the racetracks.
He does.
Just so he doesn't, yeah. He actually had on his motorhome,
He has
a
the
few years
motorhome,
ago.
and then a trailer behind
No,
it.
it used to be built into his motorhome. It was 15 feet longer. It was custom than the normal motorhome was. And that last 15 feet was all gym.
So it's like having.
I have pictures of it actually, parked at Loudon. park next to the other trailer motorhomes you actually see. It was quite a bit longer, and the dual wheels in the back.
It's like having your own.
Not dual wheels, but tandem wheels. Double set.
Jeez. What does he do now? Since you're his number one fan.
What do you mean, what does he do now?
Like, does he have a trailer along, or is it the
That I
same
don't
thing?
know. I don't know. It might even be the same motorhome. I don't know.
Man, you're dropping the ball on.
Well, he's
being his
harder to
number one
find
fan.
in the motorhome lot now. He used to have this specific spot. It was like right off to where the rescue helicopter was. It used to be right off to the right, but now the rescue helicopter isn't even there. That's over in the backfield there.
Well, speaking of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, tonight, I know we're recording this on Sunday and Monday. So, tonight, Monday, November 18th now. Oh, shoot. I mean, Sunday, November 18th. No, whatever.
Today?
Today.
Oh, okay.
Today, yeah. Tonight, we're going to the Gift of Life at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so we'll bring you guys along with us.
And I do believe today is the 18th, by the way.
It is, but my notes say the 17th. So I was trying to decide whether to stay on Sunday or Saturday and whatever. So, yes. Now, is this the last week that you're here for a review show?
I don't know. What else do we have coming up?
Tell me one, which you can't get.
You sure? Because I was able to get this last one. Like I said, I was going to watch it.
That was on the lower channels. Next one is on NBC Sports Network.
I don't know. We can talk about it. It doesn't make much sense if I can't say it, so.
Okay. Well, you'll be on either in studio or on Skype for the Championships Week NASCAR show.
That's the beginning of December?
That is I'll talk to you after. But then, it's complex and it's also secretive. I don't want them to hear.
Oh.
So.
Secretive.
Should I have to edit that out? What? Oh, get in the tree?
Why is the tree moving?
Because my leg is...
Because he's got his father's leg
okay.
thing that he's got to
I mean,
move around
I'm
all the
watching
time.
this thing here and the tree's going back and forth.
Got
It's an animated tree.
chipmunks. What do you...
Chickmunks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think the water's so low? That's their pond.
Okay. Drinking water?
Um...
Yeah, the filter isn't working at all.
No, I know. I told her... Never mind. Okay, so he'll be on either in studio or on Skype for the season finale.
Yeah, most likely in the studio.
And then also probably Skype for the Championship Week NASCAR review. Which
Now, is that the same thing as when the awards are?
No, that's a separate show.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I'll explain this to you after show.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah.
A lot of shows.
But,
For a season that just ended.
well, we have to end out our season. When this, actually, is your preview. Update. Championship Week is from December 1st to December 7th. And on Monday, we review IndyCar. Tuesday, Global Rallycross.
Yeah, sorry.
Wednesdays, NASCAR. Thursdays, Formula One. And then Friday's the season finale. Saturday, we just round it up. And then you and I, don't want to hurt you and I are on our off-season.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
It's a short one just like theirs,
I'm
so
gonna go-
it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go stir crazy the first week, just to let you know. So I'll probably be sending you constant races.
Yeah, I'll be
through
looking
YouTube.
I'll be looking for stuff starting next weekend, without a doubt. Always happens.
Send you the Budweiser shootout. Watch it.
I know all the race drivers love me for the suggestion, but I think they should just do it year round. Skip a couple of weeks here and there, and just do it year round.
Could probably race in the southern parts of the states.
Well, there's still a lot of tracks that would love to have a race. Unfortunately, I do believe that 36 is kind of pushing it. It's a busy season. A lot of these guys have kids and whatnot. It's
So you do 49. You leave 3 weeks out in the year. 49 races. Some of these drivers would love that. Some of the drivers would kill us.
Yeah, but be careful.
Jimmy Johnson's probably killing us, being that he probably didn't have anything healthy to drink last night. Chad Nelson said it to him at the end of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Take a good last sip of that water, because that's the last healthy thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're rambling on, and I have to edit this part.
You were rambling on.
No, you... Wait, I am? That's a first. Okay, so that will do it for us. join me next week for the final review show of the year, and then, yeah. So until we see each other, same place, same time here in studio, have a good night, everybody.
Take it easy.
Little girl, you like it loud. Come alive in the middle of a crowd. You wanna scream, you wanna shout, get excited.